Hi everyone, Lisa here, your host. Before we dive deeper, let me take a second to salute you. Thank you for being here, for listening closely, and for following these stories not just as gossip, but as signals of how culture, power, and relationships are evolving in real time. And with that, let's roll straight into the next chapter, because the next episode starts now. New York has always loved a good romantic comedy, but this one comes with paparazzi lenses instead of a laugh track and net worths that make the skyline blush. Right now, the city belongs to Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun, whose connection is playing out like a very modern Manhattan rom-com that knows exactly how it looks. She's in town doing the prestige press run for her boxing biopic Christie, and somehow the off-screen storyline steals the frame. Hand-holding through the streets, cozy winter village stops, and then the kind of Central Park kiss that leaves zero room for just friends. The image is almost too perfect to be accidental. The bundled-up star, visibly happy. The power broker dressed down, unbothered. A professional trip quietly turning into a soft launch for a relationship that reportedly sparked months ago at an ultra-exclusive wedding. In an industry obsessed with optics, the choice to lean into PDA isn't naive. It's strategic. They're signaling comfort, confidence, and a willingness to let this romance become part of the brand narrative. Meanwhile, Porsha Williams is telling a very different love story, one that trades cinematic fantasy for hard-won clarity. Fresh off a short, turbulent marriage and a divorce she now contextualizes through the lens of having dated narcissists, Porsha steps onto the CultureCon stage and reframes everything. She talks openly about therapy, about recognizing love bombing and mirroring for what they really are, and about how unsettling calm, genuine interest can feel after years of emotional fireworks. By publicly introducing her new girlfriend, while also being honest about dating a man, she flips what could have been messy tabloid fodder into something far more interesting, a conversation about healing, queerness, and the courage it takes to break patterns, even when healthier love doesn't come wrapped in grand gestures. Hovering above all of this is Taylor Swift, whose personal life and creative output now exist in a tightly choreographed feedback loop. In The Fate of Ophelia, the opening movement of The Life of a Showgirl, she rewrites Shakespearean tragedy into survival. This Ophelia doesn't drown. She's pulled back, anchored by partnership, and Swift threads the rescue with unmistakable football-coded language. Allegiance, teams, hands to hold. Fans instantly clock the references, spotting stadium light echoes, Chiefs red hints, and a tone that lands not in martyrdom, but in chosen joy. It's self-mythology, yes, but it's also a declaration about what it means to love in public and refuse to be consumed by the spectacle. Even the supporting characters matter here. Donna Kelsey's birthday post for her son isn't just maternal pride, it's narrative reinforcement. By nodding to Swift's album in a family context, she quietly signals that this relationship isn't a passing headline. It's integrated, welcomed, and unfolding across generations, platforms, and audiences. And then there's Lauren Sanchez, seated beside Georgina Rodriguez at a Balenciaga show, both women glittering with multi-million-dollar rings that tell their own story. Once defined by their own careers, now they move through the world as power couple counterparts to Jeff Bezos and Cristiano Ronaldo. Fashion Week becomes more than couture. It becomes a statement about status, loyalty, and the ability to remain untouchable even when brands and people alike have weathered controversy. From a rockin' Central Park to a panel stage to a gilded showgirl fantasy, the thread running through all of this is unmistakable. Love today is not just personal, it's performative, strategic, and deeply intertwined with image and capital. And as these stories keep unfolding, one thing is clear. The emotional stakes are high, but the financial and cultural ones might be even higher.